My favorite hub memory is definitely last year's Rush Week, with all the people I went with, all the work we did there, and just the concert at the end was great, and the shooting star over the concert had to be one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. It was just one of the best things that's happened to me. It was amazing to be there.
You know, Rush Week and Rushmores are trips that keep coming to my head. I remember it was me and then two of the other girls. I want to say it was Michaela and Hannah. We were going door to door asking for people if they wanted to come to this block party that was happening later that day, or maybe it was the next day, whatever it was. And it's when you go door to door like that, it's always not the best experience. People don't really like to be interrupted with their lives, but then there's the occasional conversation with people where it's really good and they're really engaged with it, and those are the conversations of course you remember. And so this one woman that did answer the door, she was very receptive of everything we were saying about the block party, even though she wasn't plugged into a church. She was just very receptive to the whole idea of it. And we then saw her and got to talk with her. We prayed for her at her door. We prayed for her while she came to the block party. That's just something that I can remember, and that's just a fun little memory to keep on.
My favorite memory has to be when we all got to go to the cabin and explore the wilderness and also row boats on the little pond that was outside. That was my favorite memory.
During Hurricane Harvey in 2017, the church organized itself to help people pull out sheetrock, organize their trash, salvage what they could, pray for them, and just see where they were in their spiritual journey. And I learned 3 things from that particular experience, which was how powerful God is, as well as how unimportant and finite our own agendas are. My second thing that I learned was that God is very personal, and He will meet you where you are and be what you need in that moment. And the last thing that I learned was about service. The church is focused on gathering our hearts, growing our souls, and giving our lives away. And I was in the mindset of believing that you had to go far away in order to make a huge impact. And I discovered that that wasn't the case. In fact, you can make a significant impact on the people around you and where God has placed you. And yeah.
Honestly, all of the Rush Weeks, but the most memorable one would probably be the first one I went on, because it was like the first one that I went to, which got me to continue going to Rush Weeks. And I got pretty close with a lot of people in the hub through that, and it was a great learning experience as well. There's like this one Wednesday night, I think we called it Charged back then, but Jordan had me, Gina, and Mackenzie do a little skit for that night. And long story short, we ended up having to rub peanut butter all over our faces for that. For pretty much like, the punchline was like, there was no punchline. So it's complicated. But yeah, it was really fun to be part of that, and it was pretty funny.
The person who has been the most influential for me has been Christy Cox, because she has been somebody who has consistently encouraged me and poured into me, and she's just extremely uplifting in my life, and I've seen what she's done for others, and I've seen what she's done for me, and I'm just really thankful to have met her. And yeah, I'm so grateful for the hub and everything. So
I gotta shout out Mike Denny, just because he's just a walking bowl of fun. I mean, he makes you laugh, he makes you humble, he makes you a better person just talking to him. Just seeing him live for the Lord and just be his goofy self and be so humble and honorable and just all the things, it's really encouraging to see that there are people like Mike Denny in this world, and that's just so encouraging for me personally. And so I thank you for pouring into my life, making this year and year before just really fun and memorable for me.
Someone who has influenced me a lot would have to be, especially like mostly the last 2 years, would have to be Christy. She's just been someone that I can look up to a lot. She's very hardworking and strong and such a great role model, and like you can really rely on her for anything. So, and also we have like the same birthday, which is kind of cool to me.
Yeah, the hub leader that's had the most impact on me, without a doubt, is Dimitri. I don't even know if he realizes it, but he has done so much for me and really helped me out in some hard times in my life. Thank you, man.